West Pittston, Pennsylvania. Jack and Janet Smurl move into a double-block duplex with their 4 daughters and Jack's parents, hoping for a fresh start after flood damage displaced them. Within months, strange things begin happening. Tools go missing. Wall stains seep through fresh paint. Awful odors overwhelm the house, then vanish moments later. Over the next 13 years, the family will claim they're under siege by a demon, one that throws their dog into walls, pushes their daughter downstairs, sexually assaults both Jack and Janet, and creates such terror that the house becomes a media circus. Ed and Lorraine Warren investigate and declare it one of the most powerful demonic cases they've ever encountered. Multiple exorcisms are performed. The story becomes a book and a TV movie. But skeptics say it's all a hoax, a copycat of Amityville, designed to make money. The new residents who moved in after the Sprinkles, they experienced absolutely nothing. This is the Smurl haunting, inspired The Conjuring, Last Rites, and the truth is far more complicated than either believers or skeptics want to admit. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. The Smurl haunting is one of the most controversial paranormal cases in American history. It's got everything: demonic attacks, the Warrens, media frenzy, and massive skepticism. Today, we're breaking down what the family claimed happened, the evidence on both sides, and why this case is so hotly debated. Let's dive in. In August 1973, Jack and Janet Smurl purchased a double-block duplex at 328 to 330 Chase Street in West Pittston, Pennsylvania. The property, built in 1896, was a fixer-upper, costing $18,000. The Smurls lived on one side with their 4 daughters, Dawn, Heather, and twins, Karen and Shannon. Jack's parents, John and Mary, occupied the other half. Being devout Catholics, they joined the local parish and quickly made friends in the community. Initially, the episodes were benign. Tools went missing, then reappeared. Old wall stains seeped through fresh coats of paint. Then the kitchen appliances caught fire, even though they were unplugged, and awful odors overwhelmed the house, only to disperse moments later. The family tried to rationalize these incidents as quirks of an old house. Jack got promoted at work. The kids excelled in school. Life seemed good, but that didn't last. Mary, Jack's mother, suffered a heart attack. As the family struggled financially despite Jack's promotion, the paranormal activity intensified. Mary and Janet claimed to have perceived voices that sounded like one another. Janet thought she heard her mother-in-law calling her name, while Mary thought she heard Janet and Jack arguing with expletives. Ominous black masses formed and floated through the home. Then the activity became violent and sexual. Janet said she was visited in the dead of night by a malevolent force that molested her in her sleep. Jack claimed he heard a young woman whispering and watched a shadowy figure run up his wife's leg. A light fixture fell from the ceiling, cutting one of the daughters on impact. The family dog was thrown against the wall. Jack Smurl claimed he was sexually assaulted by a succubus in the family living room. The shame and violation he felt turned to anger when Janet revealed she too had been sexually assaulted by the entity. According to the family, they were pushed downstairs, scratched, and physically attacked regularly. The haunting had escalated from annoying to terrifying to life-threatening. By January 1986, the Smurls were desperate. They called Ed and Lorraine Warren. The Warrens visited the Smurl home in 1986, which Ed confirmed was possessed by a very powerful demon. Lorraine, a clairvoyant, concluded that 4 spirits inhabited the house: a harmless elderly woman, a young and violent girl, a man who died in the home, and a demon controlling the other 3 spirits to destroy the family. According to Ed Warren, the demon shook mirrors and furniture after they tried to persuade it to leave by playing religious music and praying. Warren claimed he felt a drop in temperature and saw a dark mass form in the home, and the demon once left a message on a mirror telling him to get out. After months of investigation, Warren alleged that he had a number of audio tapes containing knocking and rapping caused by the demon. The case exploded into a media sensation. On August 18, 1986, an Associated Press dispatch made it national news. Crowds, including CNN crews and a German documentary team, clogged the neighborhood by August 22, 1986. On August 25, 1986, vandals threw bricks through the duplex's windows. Police had to restrict access. The house became a circus. Actor Jason Miller, who played Father Karras in The Exorcist, visited on September 1, 1986, and told the Scranton Times, "I don't believe it's demonic, but something is going on." Multiple exorcisms were performed by Catholic priests, but the activity allegedly continued. In 1986, the Smurls told the press they were tired of the constant media bombardment. However, within a few months, they had authored a paperback book called The Haunted, published by St. Martin's Press. The book was savagely criticized. Reviewer Joseph Meresfak wrote that author Robert Curran forsakes the principles of his trade to give readers a one-sided account. Reviewer Mary Beth Gurman wrote it was poorly written, adding, "It is hard to conceive of a supposedly sophisticated, objective, and credible reporter like Curran taking their story seriously, given the complete lack of any empirical or physical evidence to support it." In 1991, a TV movie was made, starring Jeffrey Dumont and Sally Kirkland. Now, let's talk about the skeptics, because they have compelling arguments. Professor Paul Kurtz said the Warrens weren't objective, independent, or impartial investigators, and characterized the Smurls' claims as a hoax, a charade, a ghost story. Kurtz said that the family's claims were possibly due to delusions, hallucinations, or brain impairment, and advised that they submit themselves to psychiatric and psychological examinations. The timing is suspicious. The Amityville Horror was released in 1979 and was a massive sensation. The Smurls lived through that media frenzy and then suddenly started reporting similar phenomena years later. 2 weeks after the media attention began, Jack Smurl was in negotiation with a Hollywood production company to sell the rights to his story. That doesn't look good. Most damning. By the time of the film's release, the Smurls had moved out, and the new resident claimed to have no unusual experiences while living in the home. If a powerful demon was tormenting that house for 13 years, why did it stop the moment the Smurls left? Why didn't the next family experience anything? The family moved away in 1987, though some claimed minor activity followed them to their new home. A final secret exorcism was performed in the early 1990s, details of which remain confidential. Jack Smurl died in 2017. Janet and her daughters still reside near West Pittston and have reported no paranormal activity since that final exorcism. So what's the truth? The skeptical explanation is straightforward. The Smurls fabricated or exaggerated the story, inspired by Amityville, to make money from books and movies. The Warrens, who had a financial stake in promoting dramatic cases, validated their claims. The lack of evidence, the suspicious timing, and the fact that subsequent residents experienced nothing all support this theory. But believers point to the family's consistency over decades, the involvement of multiple priests who took the claims seriously enough to perform exorcisms, and the emotional toll the case took on the family. Would they really put themselves through years of media scrutiny, skepticism, and mockery for money? The Smurls never became wealthy from this. They endured ridicule and had bricks thrown through their windows. The truth probably lies somewhere in between. Perhaps the family genuinely believed they were experiencing paranormal phenomena due to psychological stress, flood displacement, financial struggles, Mary's heart attack. Perhaps some incidents were real but exaggerated, or perhaps it was entirely fabricated. We'll never know for certain. What we can say is that the Smurl haunting, real or not, became a cultural phenomenon. It inspired The Conjuring, Last Rites, TV movies, books, and decades of debate. The duplex at 328 to 330 Chase Street still stands, though the address has changed. Whether demons walked those halls or the Smurls simply told a compelling story, the case remains one of the most controversial in paranormal history. So what do you think? Was the Smurl haunting real, or was it an Amityville copycat designed to cash in? And why did the next residents experience absolutely nothing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown of one of the most debated paranormal cases ever, hit that like button, subscribe for more mysteries, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.